You ever see a movie and just know that the people who love it are going to really love it? I saw Lisa Frankenstein, so here's the good and the bad, all without spoilers. I feel like this movie's been flying under the radar a bit. So, briefly, it's a campy yet loving homage to 80s horror films and early Tim Burton. Written by Oscar winner Diablo Cody, directed by Zelda Williams, who happens to be Robin Williams' daughter, and it stars Katherine Newton as a lonely teenager and Cole Sprouse as her undead boyfriend. Overall, this thing is pretty great with one major flaw. First off, it's an absolute thrill that this movie exists at all, and that it was made by a major studio for wide release, considering how distinct and over the top it is. The dialogue and performances are way heightened, the violence is extreme, and the colors are turned all the way up. But it's all in service of the genre that it's paying tribute to. And that 80s camp tone is spot on. Cody and Williams know exactly what movie they're making, and they are fully committed to it. Speaking of which, Zelda Williams is a true artist, and this is a pretty impressive feature film debut. You can tell just by watching the movie she has a ton of creativity and fun ideas. A dream sequence early on takes the shape of a black and white tribute to early cinema, and that's mixed with this hand-painted pop art style. It's really striking and just downright cool. It was in that moment that I was like, yep, Zelda Williams rocks. It helps though that Diablo Cody wrote a punchy and playful script. If you ever doubted her, I'm here to say she's still got it. Cody's ear for quippy dialogue remains intact, and I would say this is the first truly funny film of 2024. Meanwhile, Katherine Newton is also on the exact same page about what this movie is supposed to be, and her performance was perfectly dialed in. Likewise, the production design and the special effects were just great, and also the needle drops were right on the mark without being too cumbersome. All that said, the movie has a pacing problem in its second half. Some scenes that were too long needed to be shorter, some scenes that were too short I thought could have been longer, and it lacked a sense of mounting tension and ferocity as it moved towards its climax, which then muted the impact of its ending for me. So while that nagged on me and left me feeling a little bit cold as the credits ran, it didn't ruin my experience by any means. The bottom line is Lisa Frankenstein deserves to become a modern cult classic, and I can't wait to see what Zelda Williams does next.